AITA for embarrassing my wife by making her admit that she has a stepson? Edit. Before we had the wedding, when she visited him, she was rather warm towards him in the way a girlfriend is when meeting her boyfriend's son, which is why I agreed to the wedding. Afterwards, she said that now because it's official, and he would be living with her all the time, she's finding it hard to adjust. Earlier she was very nice to him and treated him well whenever she saw him. My 42M wife, 38F. Sasha and I have been married for a few months now. We have 4 children together, and 3 of them are my stepdaughters. They are Sarah, 16F, Emily, 14F, and Hannah, 15F. I have Aiden, 10M. Through my previous marriage, Sasha has always been indifferent to him. I will make it clear that she does not hate him and does not make his life difficult in an overt way. She just pretends as if he is not a member of family. I have asked her to warm up to him, but she just shrugs it off. But as there hasn't really been a fight regarding the issue before, I did not want to start one and kept my quiet. She was invited, along with us, for her friend's wedding. We went there, and after the wedding she was talking to her friend. Her friend asked her whether they were her kids, by pointing to the 4 of them as they were standing some distance away. She said, "Yeah, the girls are," and mentioned who was who. I was shocked that she had implied that Aiden was not her child. But she gave me a "don't bring that up now" look when I looked at her in disbelief. I told her friend, "You know, she won't admit it, but the boy is her son too. Her stepson. And she doesn't like him." She was mortified as the others realized this, and attempted to laugh it off by saying that she had not noticed Aiden, thought it was another boy, etc. Later, though, she severely accused me of embarrassing her. She said that if she doesn't want to consider Aiden as a son, it's her choice. That resulted in a full-blown argument, which makes me think that I might be the asshole. AITA? I would divorce her for this. Honestly, how could you stay married with this woman? She lied to marry you and she treats your son awfully. We'll make it clear that she does not hate him and does not make his life difficult in an overt way. In front of you, she may not. Give it a few more months, years to see how she will behave towards him. Have asked her to warm up to him, but she just shrugs it off. How nice of her. I can see how good the next years will be. Seriously, can't you see? She is not even trying to tell you she will try. YTA if you allow your son to keep living with this person. He is 10. He is starting to really see how she feels about him. And you don't do anything about it. He will resent you both. Sasha has always been indifferent to him. I will make it clear that she does not hate him and does not make his life difficult in an overt way. She just pretends as if he is not a member of family. I'm sure his life isn't difficult when his stepmom pretends he's not part of the family. Esh. You for marrying someone who treats your son like shish. ETA. S after the first sentence. Editing to change my verdict to Esh. Why do these single parents always manage to marry that one person who cannot accept their own kids? And are always willing to go along with the charade until they are not cool with it anymore? Parents like you are the reason why Disney-level evil step-parents exists. Because single parents like you let them. You're taught to your son. Your wife is also taught to your son. Basically, everyone in that family who did not accept Aiden as part of the family is taught. Why on earth did you marry a woman who acts like the evil stepmother to your son? You knew this going into the marriage and still subjected your son to a lifetime of being the unwanted stepchild? When she said she doesn't view Aiden as a son, you stayed with her anyways? You chose this hag of a woman over your own child, and YTA for that. You're NTA for calling out her horrific behavior though. She should be embarrassed. YTA for marrying someone who doesn't like or treat your kid well. Your wife is tough for her immature and dismissive behavior of a child. Honestly, I think you're the bigger though. You knowingly married her when she mistreats your kid. Your first priority should be your child. He has very little control over his life. You are supposed to protect him from hurtful situations, not put him in them. Clear Ash. What were you thinking marrying someone who is indifferent towards your child? And what are you thinking approaching it by making a joke in front of people instead of forcing a serious discussion? What's wrong with you? Let me tell you this now before it's too late. My dad married someone who was indifferent towards me and didn't want me around. It got worse and worse until she threw me out of the house and my dad let her. I'm 30 now, and my relationship with my dad is forever changed. It's too late for me. It is not too late for your son. Stand up for him now while you have the chance. ETA, I've now seen your edit where you say she was nice enough to him during visits before you were married, but now that you're married and living together she's struggling with him. So, you got married and blended your families in one fell swoop without even trying living together. First, why would you do that?
Question mark.
YTA for staying in that relationship. Get an annulment. Seriously. She is only nice when she wants that ring on her finger and once it's official. She dropped all facades. Have a private talk with your son and see if being cold was really the only issue here. I bet you will find a lot of other passive-aggressive behaviors that didn't happen in your presence. You're all assholes. Esh is not enough. How the hell did you marry someone who would not love and respect your child? You're the supreme asshole here. She's an obvious an asshole for being with you knowing she will not love and respect Aiden. I want this to be fake, but I can see this happening. I hope the kids are better than their parents. YTA to your son. This woman literally hates your son. Ignores him in and outside your house and scars this poor boy badly. And you just stand there and watch your son being treated like garbage? Is there anyone who loves and can help this poor boy? YTA for marrying someone who does not accept your son exists. You chose her over you, son. And you are a party to him being excluded. You must have been very lonely. In bed. To invite this excuse in. You're a terrible dad. YTA never marry someone who hates your child. YTA for letting this happen. You shouldn't have married her on the first place. It's not fair for your son. Info. Does she expect you to see her daughters as family and as your children? NTA to this situation with your wife at the wedding. You are amongst the biggest assholes on this sub in a long time. Your son deserves better. YTA for staying with her when you know how she treats your son. Or maybe Ash. Yeah, you both suck. YTA. Not because you said something but because you are married to a woman that actively ignores your child as a part of the family. What an awful existence for him. Her girls are family but he is not, and you're so worried about rocking the boat that you've just let it slide. Wow. You are so much the asshole for subjecting your child to this woman. Also, your wife is an evil stepmother. Esh. You even admit she doesn't like him. Good job bringing your son into a relationship where he is actively ignored and treated like the kid she doesn't want. Ditch this woman. If you stay with this woman, YTA to your son. I hope you realize that if something ever happens to you that she will cut your son off and leave him with nothing. Think about that. Is his mother in the picture?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.